All we're saying in respect of the size of the public service and the salary bill that we have is that it's quite a significant part of the overall expenditure envelope that we work with. So you have two pressures on the expenditure envelope. On the one hand, a significantly large wage bill, and on the other hand, a growing interest bill on our debt, which means that what both of those aspects are crowding out is real expenditure on the ground, investment in capital infrastructure, and ensuring that we can do some of the more innovative things that we actually want to do. So you've got to begin to do something about both of those pressures. So on the one side, we're saying we want to taper off the debt and keep it below around 46% or so in this 3-year cycle. But the key at the end of the day is still growing this economy, because 46% can very easily become 40 if the denominator changes, and the denominator changes when growth changes. So you come back to the central question of growth in our economy. On the wage bill, that which is announced has been done in consultation with Minister Ramatlodi. But as you understand, there might be other provisions that actually have to be negotiated in the bargaining council. So he will undertake those if and when that is necessary. In relation to provinces, in more recent times, the numbers seem to indicate that they're doing very well. Some of them have actually what they call locked the personnel system. In other words, you can't have new people on. Some of them are still discovering ghosts, if you remember them. And in that sense, they're doing some good work, and we need to encourage them to do more of that. There's no national target at this point in time. Non-critical posts, you answered yourself what they are. And they're not nurses, doctors, teachers, etc., that we're actually talking about. Civil servants take early retirement whenever it suits them. There are provisions in the GPF system and so on for them to actually do so. On VAT, Lindley, we don't have any particular thoughts on this. Local government elections have got nothing to do with it. The key principle that government has been worried about all along is that VAT is a regressive tax, and that VAT increases on a generalized basis without proper relief to people in the lower income or lower socioeconomic categories can have a hugely damaging effect. And I know that VAT is very popular in certain circles in South Africa, but please go and revise your reading on the regressive effects of VAT. And I think it's that balance that at the end of the day we've got to sustain as we go forward. In relation to Transnet, SAA, when will we see action? We are at the beginnings of the process. I don't think we can give you any timelines at this point in time. But don't be tempted to use the P word, because I haven't used it. I haven't used it. And there's nothing in the documentation that talks about the P word. So we're not talking about privatization. We are deliberately talking about equity minority equity participation.